Once he was the most hated kid in the movie. People booed him, laughed at him, and praised Jaden Smith for beating him in the final fight. But now, the internet has flipped. Suddenly, he's the real Karate Kid. The villain became the hero. But how is Zac Wang, the guy who played Cheng in The Karate Kid, went from being the punching bag of the audience to becoming their true inspiration? Let's go back to the beginning. Zac Wang was born on October 20, 1995 in Handan, Hebei, China. And while most of us were still playing with toys at the age of 4, Zac was already throwing kicks. Yes, at just 4 years old, his dad noticed that he had a lot of energy, but not the regular running around the house energy. Zac had serious strength, balance, and focus. So his father took a bold step. He sent him to train at the famous Beijing Shichihai Sports School. And let me tell you, this place is not your average gym. It's the top training ground for future champions in China. Olympic gymnasts, martial arts experts, professional fighters, they all trained here. Now here's the crazy part. Zac trained in wushu, a traditional form of Chinese martial arts. It's fast, it's beautiful, and it's brutal. And guess what? By the time he was 10 years old, he had already won 2 national wushu championships in China. Not small competitions, national level. So when Hollywood came knocking for the Karate Kid remake in 2009, looking for a Chinese bully to fight Jaden Smith, Zac didn't just show up. He dominated the audition. Now imagine this. You're only 14 years old. You've never acted before. You're not even fluent in English. And suddenly, you're standing on a Hollywood set, face to face with Jackie Chan and Jaden Smith. That's pressure, but Zac didn't break. He transformed into Cheng, the cold, angry martial artist who makes Jaden's life hell in the movie. Let's be honest. Everyone hated Cheng when the movie came out. He was the mean kid, the bully, the enemy. And in the final fight, when Jaden Smith does the iconic spinning kick and knocks him out, the entire theater clapped. People were like, yes, that kid got what he deserved. No one cared about Zac Wang the person. They just saw him as Cheng, the villain. And that hate, it followed him online. For years, Zac became the meme. YouTube was full of Jaden Smith destroys Cheng clips. Even kids in real life copied Jaden's moves and pretended to beat up Cheng. Even I used to be inspired by Jaden Smith, and back then, I also hated Zac Wang. Even I Show Speed hated Chung in the movie.
Yeah, even though I didn't like you as a kid. I didn't like you because you was the bully. You was the bully.
Meanwhile, Jaden was the superstar. He was Will Smith's son. He had rap songs, fashion shows, movie roles. People wanted to be Jaden Smith, but Zac, he disappeared. He quietly left Hollywood and went back to China. So what really happened? Zac focused on something no one expected: education and martial arts mastery. He studied at Haidian Foreign Language Shuyan School and later got admitted into the Capital Institute of Physical Education, one of the best sports universities in China. There, he didn't just train more, he became elite. Today, Zac Wang is not just an actor. He's a martial artist, a stunt choreographer, and a rising legend in the Chinese martial arts world. But here's the twist. He didn't just train for himself. He started teaching. He began uploading clips of his training, his sparring sessions, and even tutorials. And slowly, the internet saw a different side of him. Suddenly, people started commenting like, "We supported the wrong guy. Bro is more powerful and disciplined in his real life. Bro, born to be hero, forced to be villain. We all chose the wrong hero. This guy is original Karate Kid." But why did the internet suddenly switch sides? I mean, back in 2010, we all loved Jaden Smith. He was the main guy, the underdog, the one we all cheered for when he stood up and kicked back. He had the underdog energy, the charm, the jokes, the hairstyle. All eyes were on him. And Zac, just the cold-hearted villain, the kid who made us clench our fists. But then something weird happened. As the years passed, Jaden's vibe changed. He went from Karate Kid to philosopher of the universe. His Twitter turned into a diary of deep, confusing quotes. Stuff like, "How can mirrors be real if our eyes aren't real?" And everyone was like, "Bro, what?" People again started dropping hated comments. Then came the outfits: giant white Batman suits, dresses, gold grills, fashion that nobody understood. He started talking about becoming a world leader, opening mystery schools, saving the planet with water bottles. It was just too much, and people started drifting away. Not hating, but just confused. They missed the humble fighter, the student of martial arts, the boy who trained under Mr. Han and bowed before a fight. That version of Jaden disappeared. And then, quietly, without saying a word, Zac Wang showed up. No interviews, no red carpets, just videos of him training, sparring, teaching, living like a real martial artist. Calm, focused, disciplined. He didn't try to be famous. He just tried to be better, and the internet noticed. Suddenly, the roles reversed. Now young martial artists around the world look up to Zac Wang as their role model. People are posting edits of his training. Even fighters in the MMA world have praised his discipline and form. That's what we call a real-life comeback. But there was also one unexpected push that gave this comeback even more power. iShowSpeed. iShowSpeed recently teamed up with Wei Wang, and they recreated some of the film's most iconic scenes. Speed stepped into the role of Dre Parker, while Genwei brought back his intense Chung character. They even did the basketball fight scene, and fans were living for it. The video blew up online, pulling in millions of views. Now let's talk about the new buzz. Karate Kid Legends 2025. Jaden Smith is out. And guess who's trending on every fan list? Zac Wang. Although no official confirmation has come from the studio yet, fans are begging to see him return, not as the villain, but as the hero, a reformed Cheng, a master, a teacher, and honestly, it makes sense. He already lives the martial arts lifestyle. He has the look, the skills, the backstory, and now the internet's support. He's already back in the spotlight in China, and now the West is catching up. There are rumors about him doing a Netflix series, brand endorsements. Zac Wang is not just trending, he's transforming into a brand. But Genwei isn't stopping with just movies or fame. He has a much bigger dream. He wants to give back. Right now he's working on something special, his very own Action Actor Academy, a place where he can train the next generation of martial arts stars.
The Action Actor Academy. So I will use my all the resources to help the native people who really love action movie. Yeah, exactly. I will use all my resources to help them, to train them to be a real action actor, the kung fu actor.
From villain to hero, from the guy who got kicked by Jaden to the man who now inspires millions. That's Zac Wang. Back in 2010, he barely spoke a few lines. His role was to glare, fight, and lose. But today, he's not just speaking. He's being heard, loud and clear. The same kid who once had weak health and couldn't even go outside is now building a global legacy. He trained under Jet Li's coach. He fought through real injuries on set. He joined Jackie Chan's stunt team. And now he's dreaming of opening a world-class Action Actor Academy to train a new generation of fighters, stuntmen, and martial arts filmmakers. And make no mistake, this is not a comeback for fame. Genwei never chased the spotlight. He chased growth, improvement, mastery. That's why the internet didn't just remember him. They respected him. He's not trying to copy Jackie Chan or Jet Li. He's carving his own path, as he said himself.
Yeah, because this world only one Jackie Chan, only one Jet Li, only one Tom Cruise. So
only one Zac.
Only one Zac. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I want to teach some people to find own.
So if Genwei Wang makes a return in Karate Kid Legends 2025, it won't be just a cool cameo. It'll be a symbol, a message to the world that growth is real, that the villain you once misunderstood might be the hero you need today. Would you like to see him back in the new movie? Let us know in the comments, because this time, the villain is our hero.